In remote areas of Papua New Guinea, farmers walk for hours to bring their produce to market. This distance adds to their cost of production and limits their competitiveness. Isolation also limits farmers' possibilities to work with others. Communication can take days, and messages often get lost before arriving at their destination. In partnership with the International Fund for Agricultural Development, Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand delivered a 2-year pilot to connect Fairtrade farmers in Papua New Guinea, both to their buyers and to each other.
Before the actual types of interventions were chosen, a needs assessment was done with the farmers. Some of the help we provided to farmers included office equipment, also improved communication services through Digicel, the closed user group or the CUG. Another intervention was the supply of solar chargers, ensuring that farmers have access to charging their phones so their phones don't die. The other solar solutions we provided is a solar charger to charge the office laptop and also have lights in the offices. The radio talked about Fairtrade for about 15 minutes. That particular support was not just aimed at reaching out to our farmers, but I think the general PNG listening population to raise more awareness about Fairtrade in PNG in general. A lot of support is around doing basic computer training.
It was very difficult for us since we cannot contact all our members. They are living in various areas. Sometimes we send our representative to walk kilometers to deliver message to the other village, and then we deliver message to the other village. It takes time, and sometimes weather causes us not to move around, so it's very difficult. But with CUG now, it helps us a lot. Direct contact, and they come across. So we arrange them to one buying point, and we inform our people that this is the price that up at Goroka we are receiving from Monpi Kopi, that the price is changing. Or either we call them to organize a meeting here. We call our representatives from each clan to come here. So I thank Fairtrade for introducing these CUGs to us. This is one of the advantages that we are benefiting from Fairtrade through CUG.
The phone really helped us to, especially the voice calls, really helped us to communicate well with the drivers and with the office. And when they got bogged down on the road, we can help them out to sleep with the next neighbor around the road. We could contact the person that's on the road so the driver could keep moving cargo safe. Sometimes they break down on the road, so they have to call us and we have to bring in support vehicle to move in the cargo or to bring in spare parts to fix. So it was very useful.
The communication system was made easier and the members were interacting closely and they were enjoying communication without having to worry about charging system as well as having to worry about money to buy credits, and that's something that's really good for the members.
After the training, we saw that it was really a success. Most of the participants, or almost all of them, have at least basic keyboard and mouse skills. They can be able to switch on a computer. They understand the importance of keeping a computer safe, backing up their files. They know how to use software. There were two software that we talked much about, the Microsoft Office Word and Excel software. And from our observations, they really appreciated and they know how to use those software. So we saw that that was really a success.
After attending the training, I can go through the Microsoft, opening up the Microsoft, typing the words, enlarging the words, underlining the topics, putting on the colors. After getting these skills, I am intending to type the proposals and all these letters to my friends, proposals to get the funds.
There was this old bloke who didn't use a computer before. That was his first time, and he typed a letter. So that was one of the achievements that I saw at Wasu. That was a rural place in Morobe. After the 3 days, he wrote a letter in Word and he saved it in a folder. So that was one big achievement for that.
We have ITC devices, we have some office equipment, a laptop, a printer, cameras and Samsung mobile phone. All these devices that are provided to us and to make our organization become possible to do what we want or what we want to do.
Those 8 solar chargers were distributed to our cluster. We got 8 clusters, so we gave 8 solar to each clusters. So that solar was looked after by the cluster chairman. They collect 1 kina for each phone when they charge it. From the areas we have average of 5 to 10 mobile phones per day. Since we have a lot of solars in the village and generators, people go there to charge their phone. They normally collect 2 kina there, but we charge their phones at 1 kina. So half of the fee from phone charge, the chairperson use it, and the half is collected and bring it to the office. So that money is being saved for to purchase new sets of solar in the future.
Access to mobile phones, office equipment, internet data, solar chargers, computer training, training on use of ICT devices, and the radio program Tok Tok Fairtrade increase the capacity of 25,000 Fairtrade farmers and community members in Papua New Guinea, who now have a better understanding of the options available to them and the advantages that communication technology brings to their business, including the ability to follow best business practices.
From what I have seen, I think this ICT program is one of the projects that really goes down to the needs of the people, and this kind of project has a long way to go, and I think it's a kind of project that should sustain it for a long time.
The communication is very better because it makes me easy to call the farmers from because our women also they are in the remote areas. We don't have any access to road. We got only one main road that is from Wasu to Kabul, and the farmers were scattered all around the remote areas. So when you want to go to there, you must walk. It will take you almost 2 to 3 days to walk. So communication is really easy. So when I'm in Wasu or in Alangdang office, I can call them, and it will take them to travel to me for any meetings or something like that. It will take them 2 to 3 days, and then we will meet in Wasu.
As a team from Unitec, we thank Fairtrade for giving us the opportunity to actually go to the farmers. The university has a part of its duty statement to the departments is one of which is community service. And for us, we feel that as instructors, the majority of the people don't live in classrooms, they live in the local community. And this was an opportunity actually for us to go down to the villages and see how ICT is implemented and used at that level. It now allows us to have more contact with local people. It also challenges us to look at ways in which we can assist special target groups, so it could not only be farmers, we could extend the program to the wider community in the rural area. For example, the farming community have children go to school, and some of the challenges the students face. We had a lot of interest from the students. They came round and they also participated in the program. So we see that there is a wider need for ICT or basic computer skills down in the local community, not only for the farmers but also for their communities.
Fairtrade asked us to do 6 sites. So this team, 3 of us, were the first one to go to Wasu. We were there for about a week, and we learned many things in terms of the people there, all young, old, kids, they all attended the workshop. So it was like a big achievement for us and the Fairtrade as well, because some people, they never know how to use the computer or even put their fingers on the mouse. So when we tell them to click or whatever, their fingers were shaking. So we physically had to go around all the hands, put it on the mouse, and you go left, right. So they were learning something. They were very excited. And for us, we want to stay on for a month or so, but due to the finance and the time and our commitment for the work at the department or university as well, so we have to come within the time and the budget you allocated for us to move around. So we did what we can do, what we give our best, and we gain something from the rural communities as well. That's why I said thank you to you, the Fairtrade people, because you came and you went right into the rural communities and you engaged the old, the young, and everybody were eager to
learn and participate in that association organization to bring life to their own level.
Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand works in the Pacific to empower small farmers through fair conditions of trade.